and the implementations also we discussed about, hash set, hash map, array list. So these are some implementations. Now we'll be looking into the methods. Through the collection. So there are other. I want to remove an element from the collection. So these common operations between set and list. So they actually belong to which interface?
Sir, iterable.
Iterable is having only one method, that is iterator. It will return the iterator on the collection. What are the methods of the iterator object?
Sir, what sir?
What are the methods in iterator class?
A method in iterator class or next has next.
Right, next has next. So these are the two important methods through which you can go to you can check whether next element is available or not, and also you can get the next element. So now people not yet told about this interface, which is having the common methods.
Collection, sir.
Yeah, so collection is the root interface, which are having all the basic methods. And now one more thing here is actually set doesn't have any additional methods. So what are all the methods we have in collection? Same methods are present in the set. There are no additional methods. List has some additional methods, as you know, because of the index. So list maintains an ordered collection. It maintains even the index of the element. Now let us first see collection or set methods. So you guys know basically how to create a collection object. Yesterday we have seen. If you want to create a set object, you will use a new hash set and like new array list, like that. And also you will be mentioning the generic, the type which element, type of the element we are going to hold in the collection. So that we have seen yesterday. So this is how you will create a collection object.
Yes, sir.
So now can we add any number of elements to this object, to this set object?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so that is the main difference between array and collection. Array only, while declaring the array, will be defining number of elements it can hold. But this collection classes, they are dynamic, so they can hold any number of objects. So in the runtime, it will increase its size whenever some new element is coming up. So how it does is initially there will be some initial by default initial size, and then if the size increasing more than that, automatically again the size will be increased. Like maybe doubled, something like that. The size will go on increasing. So it is the size is dynamic in the collection classes. So another common property just now people told is all these classes, the objects can return an iterator because collection is extending the iterable interface. That's why all of them can return the iterator using the iterator method. So that also we discussed yesterday. So we can use for each loop not only on the array but also any of these objects, collection objects. Can be a set, can be a list. So for any of these objects, we can use the iterator or for each loop. So that for each loop also we have seen yesterday, it will be written like this. So you'll have a colon and a list of values here, and this is the one which represents each of the value in the list. This is about for each loop, the iterator. So now, first thing you have to think is like how. So when you create an object like this, there are no elements in this set object. How can we add elements to the object? Initially, it doesn't have any values.
Sure, by giving collection as input, arrays dot as list.
Arrays.asList is only returning the array list.
Yes,
But
sir.
here I want to create I want to add elements to a set object.
Yes.
So can I add?
Sir, by providing the values in new has set of inside the braces, sir.
No, that is possible only with the array. So in array, you will be initializing the array with some elements using the braces. So that will
Sir,
decide in the size of it.
we use add, sir, test dot add method.
Yeah, so collection has this is the basic method we have, that we can add an element to the test object using the add method. I can say because it is an integer. We clearly define the type of this object. The type of the element stored in this collection is integer. So we'll say test.add, can say the element value. So this is the first element we are adding. So can you guys tell me why this compilation errors are shown here?
Because we don't use that set package in import, sir.
No, that's not correct. So set is already, it's not throwing any error. So it is throwing error here.
Okay. Test dot add 100.
So observe properly from this point.
Sir, the class name is also test like that. Sir, hash set integer we have to put, sir, in a new hash set. In the diamond, we have to put integer also.
Yesterday I told you that this is the new notation. If you already specified in the declaration, again creating object you not specify. So by default it is integer
Okay.
because already specified in the left hand side. So then automatically it will take it as integer only. So you think about the basics. It's nothing related to the collection. Some basic thing is missing. Observe where we have declared, we have written that code.
Sir, inside the class field that
Yeah, basically inside the class you cannot write code like this. So it should be present in some method. Like yes, there is a test method. So like that only you can write the code. Like all this for each loop is there, or anything like this. A method you are using. These things only within the class. Outside the methods, you can declare only the fields. Fields can be declared, but you cannot write code like this. Just dot add. These things can be written only within the method. Understood?
Yeah, sir.
yes, sir.
So now I already created a field. So now if I want to add, I can mention that only in this method. So as it is a field, as it is a field, it can be accessed in the any of the methods in the class. See now I can just here you didn't see any compilation error because so now we have written this add code within a method, and test is accessible in any of the methods in the class because it is a class member called field. So if any changes are made in this method for this set object, that will be reflected in other methods also, because same object is being used in all the methods of the class if it is a class field. But if this is a local variable, this local variable is accessible only within this method, and any changes made here will not be reflected in the other methods. So that is the speciality of a field. Now, so this is the, you guys remember that you can use add method for any of the collection. It can be a set, can be a list.
Yeah, sir. Add and remove also there.
Yes. So remove is also possible for any. So that's how they made the framework. What they wanted to do is they should have same method. So it is not like uh, collection. A list will have different method for adding, and set will have some different method. So they don't want to do like that because then it is difficult to remember the method names also. So they want to bring the uniformity. That's why they have one interface called collection method, which is having all the common methods. They are shared by the collections set and list. So now it is easy for you to understand that there is one method called add to add elements for any collection. So what is the way, like if you want to, in the already you have some collection, and then and you want to create new object of type set with those elements. So a collection is having some 10 elements. Using this, all these 10 elements you want to have in the new set object. So how can you add it to the set?
Sir, tell me one, sir. We have already having one set. Then we want to
Already
add.
having a collection can be set or it can be list. So we already
Uh,
have a collection. So while creating the set object, we wanted to add all those elements to the set object.
sir, by using add all, sir.
Yes, that is one method, add all. So also while creating the set object itself, so the constructor has one more version
Yeah, sir. Having that name all.
like this. So you can add any existing collection.
Yes, sir.
So if you are already having a array list,
Giving the collections input. Okay.
so you want to have all those elements in this new set object,
Yes, sir. We
then
can transfer the
in the
test object
constructor
to
itself,
new set.
right, in the constructor itself, you can pass that object as a parameter. That means if you have a
Only set.
not only set, it can be list also, array list. So if it is there is an array list or a set test one, it is having some, assume that it has some 10 elements. Now while creating the set, I want to have all those elements. You can just pass test one as the parameter here. So now test will have all the elements of test one. So this feature is present in list also. This is also common feature. That's why I said it's not here. I'm not passing a set. It can be any collection. So this is some kind of bulk adding. So now what is the other way? So Mani, what is the other way of adding a group of elements?
Sir, using add all, sir.
Right. So here I can say test dot add all. Again same thing, any collection. So now you guys clear about adding elements to a collection through constructor, through add all method, and through add method. So now we have added many elements to a collection. Now we want to check some particular element is present in the collection or not. What is the method?
Sir, contain, sir.
Yes. So this is also a common method for all the collections. We check using the contains method. Contains also element. Similar to add all, here also you have contains all method, where you can pass a collection. So this will return true only if all the values present in this collection are present in test. So this will be true only if all the elements of test 1 are present in test. So first we are trying to add the elements, then we are checking any particular value is present in the collection or not. Similarly, we can check for multiple elements same time. So you already have a collection, want to ensure all these elements are present in the test object or not, using the contains all method. So this one example is if you are testing, so there is a combo box. You know what is a combo box?
Donor, sir.
What?
Donor, sir.
Donor.
Donor, sir.
Don't know. Okay. So combo box or a select, select, about the HTML select element, right? So where you will, in any form, if you open any form, you want to select a option. So all these options are present in what is called combo box.
Okay.
So now you want to check. So now you are expecting some 5 elements. So with these 5 elements, you will form a set object. So what you will do is in your you are a tester, then open the form, get all the elements present in the combo box or the select box. So now you are expecting some set of values, 5 values. So now you can check. So the combo box it will return what are all the values present in that combo box. So that is also one collection. Now you can check using this contains all method. So combo box object dot contains all, and then the expected values list. So that's how you will be able to check whether all the values that you are expecting to appear for the user are they present in the combo box or not. So this is the practical example. Wherever you want to ensure like some set of values are present in the list, then you can use this contains all method. In not check each and every element one by one. Instead, directly you can use the method called contains all. So next thing is, as Mani said, we have the remove method. So there is certain after for any certain condition, you want to remove an element from the collection. So for that you can say test dot remove. don't want this element, its value in the collection, and just remove. And what if you want to remove uh, many elements at the same time?
Remove also.
Yes, same thing. So now you might have observed the similarity. In add also we have add all. Again for contains checking we have contains all. Similarly here for removing also we have remove all. So what it does is all the elements present in the collection. So in case that particular element is present here, that will be removed. So if test 1 has some two elements 20 and 40 which are present in test. So those 20 and both 20 and 40 will be removed from the test object. So how can I get iterator for the test object?
Iterators. What's
Hmm.
Iterator,
So
sir.
I want to get an iterator on the test object. So that can navigate through the test object.
By using iterator, sir.
Yes, we have a method called iterator. Because how we got this iterator method here?
By implementing iterable interface.
Because the collection, the root interface collection itself is extending the iterable interface, which has a method called iterator. So that's how from the collection we got it. So set is a sub interface of collection, or list is also sub interface of collection. That's why any of the collection classes will have this iterator method that will return the iterator on the collection. And Vanati, what are the iterator methods?
Iterator method.
So we got a iterator object in the iterator method. So what are the methods we have in the iterator class?
Next.
Right. So has next and next. So has next will return whether next element is present or not. That means next element is a non-null element or not. And next method will return that particular object. What is the next object value that will be returned by next method? Has next and next. Correct. So these are the important methods you have to remember. Add all, contains all. Remove all, iterator. So what is the opposite functionality for remove?
Retain, sir.
Correct. So retain. What happens is you want to remove all the elements from this collection except certain element. Then you can say test dot retain. So there is no method called retain, but they have only retain all. So in this retain all, you can provide the collection of elements which you want to retain. Generally, what happens is in retain case, you may not be interested in only one element. There will be generally there will be some collection, like 2-3 elements you want to have. For example, you have a list of students, collection of students. In that, you want to retain only the A grade students. Then what you can have, there is a collection of A grade students. So from this full collection, you can say retain all A grade students. So then in test you will see only the A grade students. All others will be removed. So if you remember these methods, this can be used on any collection. So you need not worry whether it's present in set or not, whether it's present in list or not. So you need not have any doubt. Just you can use add all, contains all, remove all, retain all, and iterator. And because it is able to return the iterator for all the collections, you can use the for each loop also. And all these methods are present in the collection interface itself. So any other important functionality you want to have in a collection? Apart from all this, I already told you we can use a constructor like this. So with some default, there is already one collection. You can have all those values in the new collection using the constructor. So is this functionality enough, or you want to have anything else? If you remember any important functionality.
Yeah, sir, it's having a lot of things, but we don't remember.
No, not like that. Logically think, like there is a collection. So what are all operations you want to perform on that? So obviously you want to add.
Sir,
And then
find is
what?
used for collection of contains. Okay.
So you want to add, you want to check whether particular value is present or
Yes,
not.
that's only
Because
contain.
before you want to, so that is whether something is present or not is very important. Like search in Google, so searching for something is present or not. Like that, in a collection also you want to see whether that person is present or not, that value is present or not. That's why you have the contents. And then any collection you want to manipulate, you want to remove. Similarly, you want to navigate through the collection. So, other functionality, something like so all these things are already present. I told you in set all this is present because it's a sub interface for collection. Now, list is adding some extra functionality because the position is also involved. So you are also interested
Index of.
where you are adding that particular element. In the beginning, first, second position, third position. So now you are concerned about the position of the element in the collection also. Whether it is being added at the end of the collection or second position, fifth position, sixth position. So that's where it is adding the extra functionality. So because of that extra functionality, so can you guys guess what are all the additional methods you'll be seeing in a list?
Sir, index of, sir.
Right. So first thing is I already told you that contains method is there to check whether element is present in the collection or not. So there is one method in the list It's not there in the set, only in the list, because it includes indexing also, index also. So index of method. Index of method will return the position of the element. So where it is present, first position, second position, that is the index. So and what if, so Vanati, what if that element is not present in the list? What it will return?
Null, sir.
-1.
What is it?
-1, sir.
Right. So as this is an invalid index, so there is there is nothing called -1 in a collection, right?
Okay.
So what they did is they're returning -1. That indicates that it's an invalid value. That means the value is not present in the collection. So this method is available only in the which class?
List.
List, sir.
So the list is a class or interface.
Interface.
So then which class it is available?
Mm. Mm.
Collection class.
Hmm?
Collection classes.
Collection is a class or interface. So Vanati, collection is a class or interface?
Interface, sir.
Yeah. So what happened, Mani? So collection is the basic interface. After that, set is there, and then list is there.
Okay, sir.
So now, what is the class that is implementing the list interface? Yesterday, I think we discussed.
Has list, sir.
No, that is not a class, right? Maybe you're telling about one method. That is an arrays class. So I'm talking about what are the implementations of list interface. So for a set, can you tell what are the implementations for set interface?
Has set,
Hmm.
a tree set, linked hash set.
Right. So then don't you remember the list implementations?
Has list, sir.
Array
What
as
is that?
list.
The tree.
Array as list, sir.
Array as list means as list is a method, right? Arrays is a class. In that you have a method, static method. Arrays dot as list.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That will convert an array list object. So there is some already one array is there that you want all those values you want to have in a list. Then you can say arrays dot as list, and you can pass that array or some array of values like 100, 200, 300. So now new array list, new list object will be created with those values. That is
Array
what
list.
arrays dot as list is.
Sir, array list, sir.
Yes. So this is a very important class. I don't know how you guys forgot. So the class name is array list. This is an implementation of list interface. So while creating the array list object, can I pass a collection as argument here?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this I already told you. For any collection, you can pass any other collection as a parameter, so that that new object will have all the values of that parameter object. All those values will be copied to this. So how to copy a collection to another collection. So this is also one method, passing that collection to the constructor of the new collection. So it can even be a set. For example, here I am creating an array list object after creating the set object. Then I can pass this set. Test is actually a set, but still I can pass test to the test2. But there is no ordering in test because it is a set object. So now still those elements will be added to the array list with some ordering. Like already the elements in test, they don't have any order. So randomly array list will provide some ordering for those elements. One by one it will add it to the array list. So this is about implementation of a list. The class is array list. Now, so we're talking about the additional methods. Test2 dot index of. Already you know about the contains method that will tell whether it is present or not. Similarly, you can use the index of method. Index of 200. So if the element is present, 200 is present, what it will return?
The position of the element, sir.
Right, so position of it, and if it is not present, it will return -1. That's how you'll understand that 200 is not present in test2. So other methods are, what is the other very important method in the array list which is not present in the set? Related with index.
Sir, last index of.
Okay, that we'll discuss later. Even more important method is there.
Mm,
That is related with the index only.
sublist, sir.
Sublist is little advanced version. So you can think in that terms only. So why you are using sublist method?
Between range.
So you want, there is a array list, in that you want some particular position to some other position. In between all the elements you want to get, like from 5th position to 9th position. So that is called sublist. So there are 10 elements in the list. In that you want to take from 5 to 9. So for that you can use the sublist method.
Yes.
So think more simpler than that.
Mm.
Sublist is little more advanced because it is returning multiple values. What if you want to take only one value?
Element.
Based on index. Right. So there is a get method. That is very important method. So based on index, you will use get. So in map, used get method. So how used get method in map?
By using keys, sir.
Right. So map object dot get, you're saying key that will return value to which the key is being mapped. So here in array list, if you use get and the index, it will return the value present in that particular index.
Okay.
So that is the thing, and already I discussed just now discussed about sublist that will return from start index to it will not consider the end index. End index till end index minus 1, it will return the values. Sublist test2 dot get. So get is very important method you guys forgot. Test2 dot sublist. So what it will return? What type?
Array 2.
So as it says sublist, right? It's saying sublist. That means it's again returning a list only. So it will return a list with only these indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 204. So in the common methods, we forgot a couple of important methods. So can you think in the collection terms, what else, what are the other important methods you may need?
Replace, sir.
Replace. I don't think we have replace. No, I don't have replace method.
Modify, sir.
No. So the another couple of very important methods are, whenever you have a collection, you want to know the size, right? How many elements are present in that. So for an array, if you want to know the size, what is the method? Or what is the
Length.
way?
Length, sir.
Right. So length is a field. Actually, it's not a method. In arrays, we have a field called length. So you know the difference between field and method. So you have a length field. You can use array dot length. That will return the size of the array. Whereas in all the collections, you have the size method. Something like test dot size. In the map also, do you have size method? No. Yes. In all the collections, including maps, we have the size method.
Okay, sir.
So this is one feature we forgot. So we can know size of the collection. And what if you want to just remove all the elements in the collection? So you want to scrap entire collection. What method we use?
Removal. Empty as.
Yes, sir.
Clear. Clear is the one. So clear will remove all the elements. Now it won't decide what after executing clear method. If you say test dot size, what it will return?
Size of the collection.
No, I executed the clear
Null, sir.
and then I said test dot size. What it will return?
-1, sir. 0.
Yes. So it is obvious that when you said clear, all the elements removed means it has 0 elements. That's why test dot size will return 0.
Okay, sir.
And how do we know whether the object, any collection, is having elements or not?
It's empty, sir.
Right. So after executing clear, if we say is empty, it will return true. If it has any element, is empty will return false. Just checking whether the collection is empty. So these are the other important common methods of the collection. Clear, size, and is empty. The additional methods in the list or index of get, sublist, and also lost index of. Savita told, so lost index of. So what it will do? Can anybody tell?
Test to that last index.
So using lost index of an index of, can you tell like whether there are any duplicates of certain element?
Yes, sir.
How you can tell?
If last index and index are same, there is no duplicate, sir.
Yes.
If it is
So what
different,
happens?
there is a
Let
duplicate.
us assume that 20 is present 2 times in the array list, in the second position as well as fifth position. Then what happens is test dot index of will return the index of first occurrence of 20. It is present, for example, in the second location. So when I say lost index of, it will return the last place where it is again appearing. That means fifth position also it will return. So if there is a duplicate, then index of will be different from last index of, because it is returning 2, second method is returning 5. That's how it will appear in case it has multiple occurrences. But if 20 is present only once, then what happens? Index of and also last index of will return same value, because it is there only once. That's why index of also will be 2 and also last index of also will be 2. So that means if the index of value is same as last index of, that means there are no duplicates for that element. So these are the additional methods we have in the array list. So also there is, you already told about one method related with array list. It's not present in the set. So even before we discussed all these methods, you told one method, right? In some other class. That is arrays dot as list. That's not present in the list thing, but that is related with the list. So arrays dot as list, it won't return any state like that. It will return the array list only. Arrays dot as list. So it will return only list. Similar method you don't have for sets. You have only for you have this method only for list, that can convert an array to the list. So what if you want to convert any collection to array? Array is different, collection classes are different, right? So in some method wants array to be passed as parameter, and you have a collection. How can you convert this collection to array? For example, array list is there. This you want to convert to an array object, because the method is accepting only array objects. So what will you do?
Arrays dot as list, sir.
So arrays dot as list is converting an array to the list.
Include list, yes, sir.
So now one method is accepting only array object. You have a collection, an array list or set. So now how you can convert it to an array and pass to the method?
Array is a two string, sir.
Two stringer.
Mm.
Arrays dot two string. Arrays dot
It will
that is
convert array
an
to
array.
string. Okay, sir. Sorry.
That is just to print an existing array. Here I want to convert a collection object to array. That you guys check this method test dot to array. Okay.
Okay.
To array there are two versions. To array here it's written object array and to array are mentioning the type also here. So these two versions you check today. Okay. Tomorrow you tell me about these
Okay, sir.
methods. What is the difference? Test dot to array and to array type also mentioning.
Okay,
So
sir.
you can convert any collection to array. So these things also you need to think how to, if you have a, you know that the basic collection was earlier array. So now we have some new classes. Using the collection framework, we got all this set, list, map, all these things. So now what if you want to convert from that to this and this to that? This also you should think.
Yes, sir.
So now tomorrow you tell me about two array method. Okay, and maybe most probably we can start programming in the next class because now you hear about all the important methods. So only thing is we didn't discuss about the map. Okay, along with that we can do the programming also in the next class.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.